Minnesota's Rust. Best deals, worst deals. Looking at some 1970s this time. A marketplace. Here we've got, gosh, looks kind of like a Ford from the front. 1974 GT Coupe. So it looks like a Fairlane or something. Looking at the rockers, looks pretty solid there for a start. Looking at, 70 Fairlane, originally 302, now it has a Windsor. Board 60 over, Edelbach Performer top end kit with heads. Okay, so you got aluminum head, 650 carb. Been sitting for a decade, so probably needs a little bit of engine work. Magnaflow rebuilt FMX, 8-inch Ford rear, disc brakes in the front, drums in the back, new fuel lines, new wiring, new wheels, tires are old. Okay, so this is a super good start. Then again, it really comes down to the body, right? So the engine and drive line looks like it's been taken care of. Interior, looks like the front seat has been recovered and redone. Kind of a neat color, two-tone right there. Taking a look at the dash, not sure what that is. Like a carbon fiber or something? I don't know, some kind of covering on the dash there. And looking at wheels and tires, so there's your kind of a little bit bigger. I think I said it was 17. Looking at the wheel wells, hard to tell. Here you get just a little bit looking at the rear quarters, and you can see the rust and the rot there for sure. So if you've got rusty quarters, you probably have issues with the subframes too. There's your front seat. You know, nothing wrong with putting money into the motor and putting money in the interior, but really the bones of a vehicle. Looking at the shock towers, they look pretty good. Sometimes they rot a lot there. You got a flexi hose on the top, and there's looks like a newer alternator for that, and holes in the floor. There you go. So this will need significant body work. So for the price of what they were offering, I would say you're buying a drivetrain and wheels maybe. So not something I'd be interested in, but if that's your jam, why not, you know? Okay, what do we got here? A baby Camaro? No, that's got to be like a Monza or a Vega or something like that. So this is a 72 Vega for $6,000. Looking at that fiberglass front clip that appears to be a drag car, sure enough. You got your race seat. You got roll bars that are rusty crusty. You got so one piece fiberglass tilt. 4.9, cage for 8.5, setup for LS and a power glide. So I would say that means it doesn't have one. Wheel wells open to fit huge tires in the back. Car is in Arizona right now. And I don't know, buying a car from a couple states away is always a little tricky. There's looks like your weld wheels in the back, really deep dish because they're wide, probably 10-inch wide or 12-inch wide or something like that. To make it a street car would be hard because you would need to have some kind of interior and then glass and everything else. And the tilt front is no fun. You can see there is your rack and pinion. There is your front suspension. You can see kind of the tube frame added on to the front suspension pieces there. Everything looks pretty nice there. You got your kind of a coilover. You got a spring or something set up inside the shocks there. There's your 4-link in the back, maybe a 3-link, must be 4, for your 4.9. Pretty rusty though. I wonder where this was sitting. There's your frame. There's a sheet metal, a rusty sheet metal on top of your tube frame, square tube frame, just for racing. I don't know. Looks like the work is done half decently. Lots of adjustments for varying track conditions, all that fun stuff. And there's your coilovers in the back. Super tiny, narrowed rear end to fit big tires there. You got some bracing on the 9 there. And then there's a view of the back. So you're buying a chassis set up to race, and you need to have money for the driveline. I would say, well, a lot of the work is done. This would not be for me. So at least had an engine drivetrain so you can drive it, see how it handled. If you're a drag guy, there you go. Ooh, a NASA truck. This is a Dodge. Was it late 60s, early 70s, something like that? What do we have here? Like a swept line kind of thing. 71 D100. 71. Odd that it has NASA stickers on it. So I wonder if there's a story for that. Looks like kind of your plain Jane work truck there, two-wheel drive, I would bet. So let's look at the description here. Slant 6, automatic. It does run and drive, has some rust, but not bad. Original government truck from southern Texas. So if it's clean, it says it has some rust, but not bad. Clean, running, driving, 71 Dodge, 7750. Boy, that seems high. But it has cool history. If there was one way to document that really was a NASA truck, if there's, government stickers on it or whatnot. We've had some government vehicles here and there, and sometimes you'll get kind of cool stickers on things or places where you can see where they had, there's a NASA front plate, so that's kind of neat. Yeah, so they said they bought other projects, so this now is taking the back burner, and they probably just want to fund those other projects, so they're happy to move this guy on. But half ton, make it a driver would be fine, but a 225 slant 6 in a big truck definitely wouldn't hold highway speed super easily, in my opinion. So something to take or leave. I would say leave. 7,700. If it's clean, maybe, but they said it had some rust. So, this has to be a checker, right? This has to be a checker cab. 75 Chevy Marathon A11. I know a Marathon, it was a model or associated with the checker, so I would assume that's one of those. You can see how the back doors are just as big as the front to have plenty of room in the back for people getting in. Checker cabs, well, there you go. There's your checker floor. So it must be a checker cab. Checker cabs are built like tanks. They are tough. They're strong. They had small block Chevys and Turbo 400s. And New York Taxi Survivor. All gauges, all lights work. New custom speaker box in the back seat. I guess I don't know why people do that, but there you go. New tires on your Craigers. If you're looking at getting into classic rat rod culture, this is an affordable, easy jump in. You'd probably be turned away at a lot of hot rod shows driving a 75 Taxi, but you look at the frames and then you see the frame, like where the body mounts go, the come up. There you go. Look at how tough this guy is. This is an X frame. So X frames are strong. All the cross members, all the body. You can see there's your glass pack sticking out through the hole there. Drive shaft running down the middle. And then your brake lines, fuel lines running through the holes on the other side. These are really tough. There's your custom speaker box. You see how much space there is for legroom, for sitting space. As a Taxi, they wanted to have lots of room for people to be happy in the back, and that's certainly what they wanted to do. They're kind of cool, but I don't know. They're big, they're heavy. Of course, they got stickers everywhere, because there you go. Why not put stickers everywhere? This would be a fun, kind of a fun driver, a fun cruiser. Have room for all of your friends. There, they got the big tack glued in place, so that's fine. Steering wheel cover. I suppose the steering wheel is starting to get rough. That's some kind of aftermarket steering wheel. Oh, there, it looks like it was at a show or a cruise, so that looks neat. So there you go. It runs and drives. You can see it not just in their driveway. Looking under the hood, a small block Chevy Turbo 400, pretty bulletproof. They'll go forever as long as you change the oil every once in a while. And there you go. Your Checker Motor Company. There is your firewall tag to let you know it's the real deal. So, would this be a cool thing to have in a cruise? I'm going to say yes. This would be kind of neat. I don't know if gray primer is the color for it and stickers on the dash, they'd be gone, but there you go. Okay, this looks like a BMW or a Mercedes. Looking at the side, 79 Benz 240D. I'm pretty sure the D is for diesel. So I know a lot of hot rod guys, rat rod guys will take the diesels out of these and putting in something else. So, oh, it says diesel on the back. So there we go. So it's a 79. Let's get some description on this. 100,000 miles, original Southern car, title in hand, 5,200. Fresh filters, fresh oil, lowered suspension, cut springs, brand new shocks. So that's I guess the cheap way to do it. You make it run a little bit rougher, or ride a little bit rougher maybe. So diesel with an automatic, 100,000 miles, 5,200. The nice thing about these older Mercedes is like everything is nice. The interior is nice. Under the hood is nice. It's well engineered, well manufactured. Parts are expensive. Parts are expensive. Parts are expensive. But looking at it's lowered. It's not lowered much though. They said cut springs. Maybe it took a coil and a half out each one, brought it down a couple inches. The seats look nice. The carpet looks nice. Could be hiding rust underneath, but they said it was from the south. Well, that does give you a view. Oh, hold on. Do you recognize that truck in the corner there? So is this person selling the Dodge truck to pay for this, or selling this to pay for another project? I guess we don't know. Lots of gauges, all the gauges. You got a clock on there, so that's pretty handy. But I don't know. These old Mercedes are kind of neat. Like I said, the drivetrains, people will pull out and use in other things because they're reliable. They get super good mileage and they got decent power. Four-door diesel Mercedes from the 70s. Why not? It'd be a fun ride to go cruise with. With that being said, thank you much. Here's a quick trip to the 1970s here on Facebook Marketplace, and we will see you